On the come up, better sit low. The product base, better drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. Alexo, crypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. Alexo, crypto. Alexo, crypto. Alexo, crypto. Alexo, crypto. What you know about juice? Making the moves, data flow casual, breaking the news. Revenue proof, a building portfolios taking well over exceptional gain. I'm trapping this game, so participation ain't a hard knock. I put in the work so you got knowledge. You ain't drawing with luck when you following us. The result is a pants full of fat pockets. Bada bang, that's an outer game with an auto flame. With a lot of hate, get about the lane, ain't about the trade. Have another trade, get another play. They playing God so pretentious. Grapes in these waters forbidden. Well indeed, that's a felony. Don't look at me for the TRB. Have you heard of TRB? I don't know. On the come up, better sit low. The product base, better drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. Alexo, crypto, fit the party like a disco. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. Alexo, crypto. On the come up, better sit low. The product base, better drip though.
What's going on, guys? Gang, 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 gang. What is going on? Are we going to pop? Looks like a lot of things are trying to push. Good to see you guys. Hope you're doing well. Alexo Crypto here. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the Otter Gang. Much love to every single one of you guys here. Let's say hi to you guys. Alexandra G. Jeanette, what's going on? Dave Digital, the third like is Dave Digital's, if you're wondering. And if he unlikes and then likes again, he might be on top of you. So be careful. What's going on? Crypto Billy's in the chat. What's going on, brother? Good to see you, my man. Oceanus, what's going on? IKO, let's go. BAFSR, sup, good morning. Good morning to you, Caffeinated Crypto. Seymour Liddy, what's going on, guys? Good to see you all. I mean, we've changed to 1 o'clock, and so far so good. I think the viewership's down a little bit, but like they can grab it later. That's okay. That's okay. It looks like we're gonna pop. Looks like we're gonna pop. I mean, people do have jobs, but hopefully we can help replace those jobs with trading profits, right? 1 o'clock sucks, says Dave Digital. We did a vote, okay? We did a vote. We tried to conform to what the people wanted, okay? We're going to do a dad joke. How about that? Because why shouldn't you kiss someone on January 1st? Why shouldn't you kiss someone on January 1st? Because it's the first date. Don't kiss on the first date. You know, you get it. You get it, right? You get it. Much love to all you guys out here. So what's going to happen with Bitcoin? How is it going to react? And can we continue upwards? That is the question that we are trying to answer. Can I bang on the first date? Says Gio. Well, I wouldn't. Nowadays, it's interesting. So we have our levels. We have our idea. Can Bitcoin push out? I mean, it really has to get above 60,000. Let's face it, right? Let's face it. It has to get above 60,000 or it's going lower, right? You can see across the board. I mean, we gave the Solana trade this morning coming down. Beautiful order block, golden pocket area, volume as well. I saw Nick Musgrave took this trade. And as you can see here, you pull it around, you target the area. You know the order block is down below as well. We got the beautiful volume within the area. We have our last little fall off cliff volume area as well. So we gave this idea this morning in our little live stream, and that was pretty cool. because it banged. It banged, right? So far, so good. So even though, it's been Chop City, Jerome Powell comes on at 10 a.m. and talks and really wrecks the market. Doesn't really matter what he says at the end of the day. So he came on, he said some bullish things about jobs being pretty equal here. Okay. And that was at 10 a.m. this morning. So we can see we got that little blip, right? That blip of a shakeout returning to the equilibrium of where price really was. So we were watching this. He talked, got that SFP of the top. We were looking for the short there. We didn't take it, but we gave that on the setup as well. Because I have a busy day today, I wasn't able to jump into that trade. But we were ready to take the short from here when we were over here, right? So there's been some opportunities. However, right now we're kind of at that area where we are looking for shorts. We are looking for this to get rejected and pushed back down to the bottom of the range, where we're looking for the SFP of the low, right? We're looking for this SFP coming down below here and continuing out. And that's what I'm really targeting, knowing that we are in this downtrend, okay? So this is a continuation, knowing that there's massive resistance here. If we zoom out on our daily time frame, we just take a look. And everybody's like, oh my God, market Cipher, green dots printing. Guys, we've been getting rocked, so we don't want to go against the trend, right? And that's really the case, is that there's a little bit of hopium right now, but if we look at the volume, we look where, this 60,000 level is trading, right? It's right here, which is the entry back up into the range, right? However, if we do push up into this area here, more likely than not, are we getting a rejection back down? More likely than not, because of the trend, because of all of our areas, but we look for that rejection continuation down. Trader Geo says we will ignore all the bull divs the whole way down, just like we ignored the bear divs the whole way up. Yeah, like if we want to go with the daily bull divs, yeah, that's confirmed, right, with the green dots and the momentum waves. However, Trader Geo, answer me this: Are you looking for this one here, or are you looking for this one here, right? And for me, I'd rather this one here, or this continuation here with this coming back in, right? So. Right now, we just try to position ourselves the best as we can, and if we're at the top of this little range here, this flag or whatever you want to call it, I'm looking for us to come back down, right? Whether we pop or not, right? Breakout, retest, trade. I'm still looking for this, right? Because I think this is maximum pain, and I was talking about maximum pain as well when we were over here, right? We had trickled down. And I'm like, what's maximum pain? The maximum pain was everybody's getting excited. And this was over the weekend, which was even better. So going into Monday, everybody was super hyped up. And then it broke everybody's heart, right? And then we hit that beautiful 53,000 or 50, what was it, 51,000? Yeah. So shaking everybody out, right? And maximum pain for altcoins. Altcoins coming back to their bear market lows, as we can see over on the total 3, where we have just simply come back and retested the bear market from here to here, right? We've simply just come back, and everybody who got into altcoins is like, my altcoin is dead, right? And there's a maximum pain, right? That's maximum pain. Can we go lower? Absolutely. But we look for the support to hold, okay? Because it was bear market highs. Last little order block. We'll see if we hold here on total 3. We're getting a little bit of relief today. You can see some things are doing okay, right? But you're not always going to be able to pick the outliers in the market, okay? Knowing that, Injective's up 5%, okay? Celestia's doing well, 14%. These are still at really cruddy levels, right? So even SEI, SUI, okay? Some of these are trying to bounce off of these bear market highs, right? We'll see if it happens. But we all know that if Bitcoin rolls over from here, which it typically will, and my first target is $51,576. Okay, so I am looking for the SFP down here, and I am looking for the bounce off of this area. So I do believe we're getting closer, but I wouldn't say we're out of the woods yet until I start seeing market structure getting above 60,000, closing a high above 64,000 on a higher term time frame. I'm not going to necessarily flip long-term macro bullish, okay? Because we got to stay level-headed, right? And as traders, it doesn't really matter because up or down, we're going to make money. That's the key, right? And we're looking for shorts from here, right? We're looking for longs down here. We were able to take the long over here yesterday. Okay? Beautiful, 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 okay? So overall, we're doing well, and we're navigating this even when everybody else is in fear. I saw you, Nick Musgrave. I see you take the trade. Well, my Matic and DOT really didn't pump, so my balances have barely changed. Never got the real pump. Patience. And that's it. And patience will prevail, Billy. Patience will prevail. And if you guys are new or you're just checking in for the first time, our friend, who is also a market cipher trader, she will be on the spotlight tonight, I believe so, on Billy Goat Tales, Randy Hipper. Okay? So make sure that you're coming and supporting Billy, Market Cipher, the family, Billy Goat Tales tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know, and this is family here. This is how we roll here. So I know a lot of you guys are part of the family, and I'm looking forward to it tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Randy Hipper, spotlight. Come with your questions. And she's a Market Cipher sponsored trader as well. So, you know, we keep it real here. We keep it real, which is pretty cool. So, La Familia, that's the one. Billy, I think Amy, Mrs. Otter, she sent you constructive and British feedback. She's very passionate about her work, so I think for your book and all that stuff, so hopefully that helps, and we can continue to try and help. Givers gain, always. So, Bitcoin, about to pop. Let's go and take a look at, okay, so the thing here that we want to see, not Amy Lives Crypto is not my wife, but my wife to be is my wife. Amy Lives Crypto is Army Piper's wife's name's Amy too, so the name Amy is just great. But my wife's name, my soon-to-be wife's name is Amy. Yes. So there is some hopium here. The hopium is that this is the weekly head and shoulders, whatever you want to call it. The consolidation hopium here is flattening out, and VWAP is coming to the zero line, and we're going to get a green dot, and we're going to push up. Okay, this is a long-term hopium for all of you friends. Fine, I'll get into a relationship with I don't have any Amy friends, but I'm sure we could find some in Toronto, bro. We'll have to hook you up, man. And money flow trying to come back in. Okay, so weekly, a little bit of hopium. I'm not convinced. Okay, we are here. If we are going to split hairs, right, and we go here, okay. This was a little bit of a shaky time. Okay, this was a little bit of a shaky time when we got, you know, this consolidation over here. So we have a very similar looking thing here. Okay, maybe we'll call this the shorter version of it. Okay, so we got the head and shoulders here with this coming down here, right? So we got the head and shoulders here and this coming down here. Is it going to repeat itself, right? That is the question, right? Are we going to pop or are we going to drop? And that's really anybody's guess. But the hopium is that we pop, right? The hopium is that we pop. So we'll keep our eyes on the prize. I look to watch VWAP on the way up here. VWAP, I want to see it coming up to the zero line. You can see over here that the VWAP was really our leading indication into our green dot, right? You can see here if I put another vertical line here, right? if I put another vertical line here, we can see that the VWAP was the leading indicator into our green dot. Okay? Into our green dot. So that's what we're looking for here, is for the VWAP to be the leading indicator into a green dot on our market cipher momentum wave, with money coming back into the market after we get not only the VWAP crossover, then the green dot, then the money flow, okay? Remember, it's important. VWAP, momentum, money flow, okay? Order of operations kind of deal, right? So we watch these things and we watch for continuation. So right now, all eyes on the VWAP and momentum to start curving over, okay? This can happen quite rapidly, but this is the hopium, okay? The hopium is that this becomes this, right? And then we get that top, right? And then we come down. But this is long-term outlooks, right? This is long-term outlooks. In between, we'll be patient, we'll prepare, and we'll continue to put ourselves on the right side of the trade so that eventually we can look for that long or short into key levels where we can make a lot of money, right? That's the key, right? Is we want to position ourselves in a good situation where we're extracting profits from the market and really. Why do prices often return to levels where liquidation occurred? It seems like these points are created support and resistance areas. Can you explain this? So return to liquidation. So if we're looking at liquidity, liquidity is what runs the market basically, right? So if we're looking for a return of liquidity, where is the most liquidity on this chart? Well, the most liquidity on this chart is right here, in my opinion, right? And up here, right? But this is newer liquidity than this. So old to new McDonald's pattern, are we coming down? That's probable, right? But the return to it is to wreck as many people as possible, really, right? Like if I am moving up like this, right? Like we can see it in this morning even. So we go into this morning and we look at price action, right? What can we see? This was news, but it wasn't really news. It was price action, right? So what happened is we got a bearish divergence. We continued downwards here, right? We had a liquidity grabs, SFP to the top, and then a return back down to where we started trading from earlier, right? Getting everybody excited here. So retail is shorting, right? Retail is shorting, and then you get this wick down. Everybody's like, oh, it's going to drop because it's dropped below previous support, right? But this is a liquidity grab down below, only to return to grab liquidity above, right? And that's just this morning, right? So if you understand price action, you can understand where price is going to go, right? And by understanding that, then you can see that, oh, we came back, then we bull dived, and we continued out, and that is really going to help you make money, right? You can see the bull div here, higher low, lower low, right? And this was it, right? So understanding where liquidity resides, right? You can see the bear div here, right? Very clear bear div, right? Everybody getting all excited. Oh, we're going to the moon again, right? Coming up to key level resistance, bear div, pushing back down, liquidity grabbing down at this order block within here. Jerome Powell says a couple words. We do a little liquidity sweep, and now we're back up to where we started, right? So understanding where people are getting short, where people are getting, trap traders. This is trap traders all in here, right? If you're in the long, you want to be where we got long yesterday, which was down here, right? Down here. And then you ride this into the heavens, okay? Hopefully that explains kind of what I look for with liquidity. So right now we're consolidating at the top. Are we going to get a breakout retest? Continuation? It's possible, right? But, people are getting long here looking for that breakout. They're probably going to swing down before they head up. So just understanding that and trying to position ourselves, because we want to, if we're looking to long and short this thing, right? If I'm getting short here, right? Where am I putting my stop loss? Is it above here? No, it's got to be pretty tight, right? Because you're going to be risking too much in order to come back down and grab this liquidity here, which is very simply, we go to our 15-minute time frame. It's very simply people getting long late on this move up, right? So you got this Bart Simpson, whatever, wrecking of the highs and the lows, right? Then you get your beautiful retest continuation on the way up, and people are trying to get on this trend, right? And people are getting long late here, right? And they had a liquidity grab here. So the price action recently has been not always easy to navigate recently, right? If we zoom out here on our 15-minute and we're looking to take advantage of this price action, well, markets aren't typically always this choppy. And when I mean choppy, I mean V-shaped recoveries. I mean quick liquidity grabs. I mean getting everybody hopeful, only then to just chop back down and then rip it on people's heads, grabbing liquidity here, then to recovering quickly, right? And these aren't little moves, right? These are beautiful 6-7% moves, allowing them to wreck the longs and the shorts all at the same time, right? So in this environment, if you're not paying yourself, if you're not taking profits and really letting the rest of your trade ride or whatever, right? Then you're gonna end up not making any money, right? So for me, it's been about getting in, taking some off the table, and stop loss to entries, or stop loss into the next high, or a trailing stop loss, right? And by doing that, I've been able to extract some profits out of this crazy price action, right? But it's not that crazy, because when we zoom out and we go like into our daily for our top-down analysis, we can simply see that we are in a downtrend right now. We have come down. We are sweeping liquidity down below. We are in this whatever megaphone pattern. We are just aware of that. The key to this megaphone pattern is the 0.5. So if we are looking at this from our perspective here, our 0.5 reclaim is going to be all the way back up to here, right? Reclaiming 64,000, which we identified, right? Retaking that and continuing to push up, right? If we're talking not just patterns, but where we want to see the equilibrium continue and break out from, right? So we want to see confirmed return to this area of consolidation that we had from before, flip that as support, reclaim 64, and then take off. And that's a lot of work to do. That's a lot of work to do. If you guys don't mind, throw some altcoins in the chat. I would greatly appreciate that. We can go over those for you guys and have a look at your favorite altcoins, and maybe we can find some key levels for you guys in order to get long, right? Just like we did with Solana this morning, right? So right now, patience will prevail. Patience will prevail. So when we look at something like this, I went over this yesterday, and I was giving a shout out to Magic Internet Money, and he compared it a lot to this one here. And just like I compared it to the head and shoulders of market Cipher, this was our beautiful wedge here, right? This megaphone pattern with our 50% mark. If we mark it out with our fib and just halfway up the mark, which is here, and we look for that return and that breakout, right? The return. So we would be right here on this pattern, coming down here, bouncing, higher low, break, retest, off to the races, right? And then you get a little bit of a return, and then you're gone. So if it's anything like this, which is, in my opinion, this is a bigger version of this one. So the one that we're currently in is a bigger version than this one. So if we go to where we're currently in, it's a little bit longer, right? When we compare, not necessarily time, but range, right? The range is a lot wider, right? We take this box, we bring it up to here. If that's our low here, we have a much bigger range, where this is only 30%. We are currently I guess 30% each, right? That's interesting. 20%, sorry. Okay, so this is just a bigger version of this. So we are currently, in my opinion, right here. So if we are going to see this come back, right? We can pull this here. We want to see this, right? So this would be the hopium, right? Where now we have dropped here. We have going to consolidate. And I'm not a big bars pattern fan, but I am aware of like how it can be visually tantalizing, in the sense that we can look for something like this, right? how bored do we have to get, right? How horrible would this be if we wait all the way till September down here? Are you guys prepared for that? Are you guys prepared for a wait like this? And that's a question you got to ask yourself. What is your time horizon for all of this, right? Because it could get awfully boring, right? But if you're patient and we wait, we could definitely make some money, right? So very interesting things going on right now. So we got the bullish divergence on the daily, double green dot, right? Looking for this to push back, get back up to $60,000. If we don't reclaim that, then we look to get rejected. SFP to 51,576, which is my line in the sand that you guys are well aware of. From there, as we flip through here on Market Cipher, what are we looking for? We're looking for money to come back into the markets. And as you can see, this money coming out on the 12-hour has been absolutely crushing. So we really want to see this thing continue its work back into the market, okay? And it's not really until we start reclaiming back up to at least the 10 level, negative 10 level here, that we start seeing a nice bull trend kind of continuing in, because the money is quite slow, right? Quite slow. We didn't see a change in structure till here on a downtrend, right? So it took a little bit of work to get us really started on the downtrend. So it's going to take a little bit of work to get us started on the bull trend if we are to reverse trend, okay? He needs 3 more alts, guys. Throw some alts in the chat down below. I really appreciate that. If you're new here, subscribe. Join us in the free Discord, all those good things. We have a partnership with BloFin. Check out the exchange down below. We are also sponsored by the face himself, Crypto Face, on Market Cipher. So if you need that stuff, it's all down below. Greatly appreciate it, okay? I got to work on my sales pitch. Oh, I'm not a salesman. Good to see you guys. So going into our 8-hour, looking for a continuation back in. Okay, money's coming back in. We're getting anchored trigger waves here on our 8-hour, suggesting continuation. We're very much stalling out at the top of this level here. So at the top of a level, I'm typically looking for shorts, but because we're at the bottom of a range, I am looking for a potential breakout. My nose is itchy. Now, going into our 4-hour, the 4-hour, the money has not given us really any strength of direction. Okay, so that's one thing I'm noticing, is that even on this downtrend here, we don't have. You're responding to my bride's email. Yeah, she can write, bro. So, oh man, we love you, Billy. She is thorough and she doesn't miss much. I mean, that's why she's my super wife. Looking forward to our wedding, which is in less than a month now. Amy, we're getting married in like 3 weeks. Are you sure you're gonna say yes? We're getting married in like 3 weeks. Billy's responding to your email. He said, you're on it like a bonnet. She tries, she said. She tries, she said. Oh, that's too good. You're going to say I do, right? You're going to say I do? You're not going to run? Even if I wear an otter mascot costume. She just goes, bleh. Oh, man. She's like, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. So Bitcoin at a very big turning point. This is no trade for me, okay? This is wait. Wait for the proof of the pudding. What I would love to see right here is I would love to see a big fake out, bearish divergence. Okay, I would love to see this. This would be lucrative. I'd be looking to short the living beep out of this. Okay. However, money's looking good on the short-term time frames. 2 hours coming back in. We got a red dot, green dot here. So a change in kind of ideas here on market Cipher money, and money's turning back. So there's some hopium here. So it's the breakout, retest with confirmation, okay? If you are looking for this trade, right? Otherwise, you're looking for a rejection here, and I'm looking for a rejection, a break of structure to the downside, and then the retest, and then you're getting short here, okay? That's as simple as I can keep it right now. Is you got two options. You got the breakout retest, and then you got the rejection with a clear change in structure, okay? Clear change in structure just means that you're going to put in a low below this low. So right now, you can see that we've pushed back up, right? You failed to make a higher high. I want to see a low come in here, then a retest, and then the continuation back down, okay? You do have a little order block in here that you could look for the bounce back up. But for now, it's about being patient and letting the price come to you guys, okay? Do we have a list of altcoins? Did I miss it? Mr. Nick Musgrave. Did I miss it? I'm scrolling through here. Sushi Pendle. I think Nick's wrote them down. He typically shares them. I might have. I don't think I missed it. There we go. That's good enough for me. Link, Vet, Not, Axel. Okay. I love it. I'm going to pin it. Thanks, bro. I appreciate you. So we're going to jump into your altcoins. We've covered Bitcoin pretty good. The rest of the market, you know, it's interesting enough. The S&P, it's threatening to make a high. This is an extension level, okay, and it has come up. Now it's rejected down. Filling the gap down below would be ideal on the S&P, coming back down. But it's been on a rampage, right? The Dixie, pushing back up. The Dixie, I'm looking for a little bit of a retest back up to these highs. Retesting the highs here or here. And then continuing its downwards trend line, okay? It was moving up quite nicely here. And you can see a little reversal here. And then a break of structure. And now I'm looking for some sort of retest, either here or here, to where we can see this change direction, okay? Continuing to come out, which is going to be a good sign of bullishness. Okay, you have your key level here that you want to see the Dixie fall below, and that's 104. 104 is going to be the line in the sand that really changes the structure of the Dixie on the macro, where we're looking for this to come all the way back down to 100, where we can look for that parabolic run. And if you look, this is what happened over here, where we had that nice run up, okay? So ever since then, Dixie's been recovering. So we're looking for it to lose lower high, right? And then lose support coming back down, okay? That's going to be indicative of a price pump because it's inverse correlated, right? Sorry, dealing with a drunkard. No problem. We'll come through. The Otter Gang is here. So let's go over our favorite altcoins. Thank you guys so much for being here. Smash those like buttons and subscribe if you are new. We would love to have you. We got a lot of value in our Discord. Trade setups, live streams. It's incredible how much value there is in our Discord. So if you are new here, the true value, in my opinion, is in the Discord, where we are constantly updating, answering all your questions, and bringing you guys alpha every single day, right? Always having a trade plan, always having an idea. Live streams from myself, from Brewberry, Kyle doing updates, macro double tops, all these things, talking, trading, and all the goods, okay? And Nick taking the Solana money and running, man. Nice trade, bro. Stay true to the digital. Crypto. Wick's wife, what's going on? Darren does things. Good to see you. Amy lives crypto. Retro Mike Tech. Jeanette, what's going on? What's going on? Billy's in the house. Javon Handfield, Alefium. Sushi looks like a good buy, says Broadband. We can take a look at Sushi quickly. Is it a good buy or is it a good buy? Bad joke of the day, okay? Sushi swapping. My God. Pretty ugly. 68 cents. All-time high. 23. That's a pretty nice move. Fan base like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. Crypto. On the come up, better sit low. The product base, but it drip though. See, a lot of things look like this. They could be bottoming, okay? So crypto. Look at Alexo Crypto face when he saw Sushi chart $4 target. So, a $4 target, yeah, possible. Anything's possible right now. You could see that we got up to yeah, that's pretty good. So from here, I don't know if we want to look at like an extension level of the macro, right? I like, yeah, $3.15 area. That would be a nice extension level. If we want to go like big time from time frames, that would get us to retest this area in here. $6. Yeah, retesting the lows of the previous. $4. Okay, yeah. So your first stop's really $3.15 if you get up in here, right? So it's gonna be interesting. This chart looks like Scheisenhausen, okay? I don't speak German, but I think everybody understands what that means, right? So big head and shoulders, right? Whoop, 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 and just continuation downwards. So for me, it's just you got to put the... What's the difference between buying this at 68 cents and 80 cents, right? It's 12 cents, right? So having a confirmed structure to the upside, breaking structure here and buying here is more appealing with something like this. And that's what I have to say for dollar cost averaging. Unless you have conviction and this is your token, then go on right ahead. Even a break up from here and a return, right? That break, you can look for the retracement, whether it's there, whether it's back down here, right? It's something that I would consider when buying right now, okay? We are at lows on a lot of things, but right now it's that you want to see proof in the pudding with anything. Let's go over to Link. Taking a look at Link. Whew. Link lost support, crushed back down into our buy level, has bounced ever since. So Link is our beautiful trend setter, I guess you would say, where Link has come down and it hasn't lost this support, okay? Just retesting back into this order block down below here, which is a great liquidity grab. And now we look for higher highs and higher lows, right? So we had a little bit of a hopium over here, right? Higher highs, higher lows, pushed out and then rolled over. So right now it's very much prove it to me, right? Got to head out and we'll catch up on rest of stream later. Thank you so much. Darren does things in the chat. My man. Like button fixed. No KYC required. Spit on that thing, says Mark Dutch. What's going on, man? Canada versus Argentina tonight. Let's go, Team Canada. You know we don't just play hockey, okay? So getting rejected up top here. Okay, at a key level of resistance. So what do we expect from price action, right? With Link right now, we clearly know that this is going to act as resistance, so we want it to be flipped. We know that Link as a token ranges, so we're expecting range-bound syndrome, right? Where really, this is a downwards trend, but nonetheless, this is really a nice range. So you can see there's a downwards trend here. We are holding this key level up here. We want to see it push above and flip it, right? So range bound is as simple as this. These are our highs. These are our lows, right? So right now we have fallen outside of that range, and we're looking to push back up and trade within it, to push back up, trade within it, so on and so forth, okay? And that doesn't mean Link can't rip. It just means most of the time Link is range bound. So right now, I'm expecting range bound until we flip into the higher range, okay? And that's how I would treat Link. So right now, probably a selling point, right? Selling point. What would confirm a sell on Link? Let's go into our 15-minute time frame. Let's take a look here, right? So we want to see for a sell is a loss of structure. So breaking down below this area here, retesting and continuing back down, okay? What would be bullish would be a return to, let's say, a golden pocket here, which also matches up with volume. Let's pull volume across. Look at that. We got a volume node here, so we're going to extend this down to the lower part of the volume. As you can see here, my head's probably in the way, as you can see here. And we're going to look for the price to bounce from here. Bull div, whatever, right? So loss, bounce, continuation, range bound, right? Multiple things pointing to this area where we can possibly look for a potential long position, right? Where we're looking to take this value area low all the way back up to the top of this trend line into the next range, okay? Into $14.20, okay? And that's kind of how I would set it up if I'm looking at Link for a potential long position, okay? And this, I would give you a little bit more room here just in case you get an SFP. So setting that up, and that's how I would do it, sharing that with the Discord, okay? Let's go over and take a look at VET. Crypto Billy's multitasking. SEI, my bro. Of course. Of course. Okay. Let's take a look here. Vechain. Okay, so we had a couple levels here. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. So Vechain, pulling volume across Vechain here. Where is it in relation to where it was trading? Oof. Yeah. So this is your bear market support right here. This is your resistance right here. Okay. I'm going to make this one white just so I know in reference. Let's go back into our 4-hour. Let's take a look. Money is pretty red. Nothing significant here. We got a nice continuation anchor trigger wave pushing price up here. Coming up to our key level of resistance, okay? Which acted as support from before. So let's go into here. We can see big volume node here. So this is going to be your sell wall, right? This is going to be where you're looking for this to get rejected from, return to probably the highs of this area here. And you're looking for the potential continuation, right? Oops. Wrong one here. So isolating the price this way. You've gotten above these lows here. So I'm going to raise this up a bit. And this is kind of where your sandwich resides, okay? So we're looking for this to continue its work upwards. Will it return to the highs? Let's see here. So if you lose that level of the highs there, you're still in good condition. I would just look here. Okay, so you got two kind of key areas here on Vechain where you're looking for a bounce. You are at your rejection level right now. So you're typically looking for a short here. You're looking for a long here. initially, and then you're looking for a long here if you lose that other area. And that's kind of how I would draw it up for potential ideas within this, okay? And we go over here, we go to the TA, we share it so that you guys can not only get the goods, but have the charts that we go over all the time, okay? Rejection zone. Rejection zone. Let's go over to not. I like you. I think Mark always wants me to do a Borat stream one day. Maybe one day, Mark, will do a full-on, my name's a Borat. You, Alex O. Crypto, always give the best TA without talking over your head. Aw, I appreciate that. I just try to share what I would do. I think that's what I would want. If I'm new and I show up to a place and I see this guy just drawing squiggly lines, talking to a camera, what are you doing, right? What are you doing to help you make money in this market? How are you doing it? What are you doing? What is your strategy? How are you looking to maximize your profits? How are you making a living? How are you making money? What are you doing, right? You can say, oh, this is that, and this is buy here, sell here. Well, are you doing it as well? Because I think the crypto industry owes it to the people that are within it to be honest and transparent and kind, okay? There's too much rug pulls. If we want this thing to work, if we want financial freedom, if we want self-sovereignty, being our own banks, if we want all of those things, then the actors in the space need to behave a certain way, or else you're never going to earn the respect of the industry. And that's why we surround ourselves with good people. We try to be, and by doing that, you're different in comparison to all these people making daddy coins and whatever, rug pulls and all the rest, right? So that's how we roll. That's how we roll. And that's how we'll continue to roll. It doesn't really, my conscience is clear when I go to bed at night, and that's all that matters, right? So looking at this, it's fresh, right? It's fresh. It's come back within the range. So I've isolated the price target. You can simply see that we were oscillating up here doing some TA, but we have lost that. So that's going to be really the barrier to entry over here at 2 cents, okay? Call it what you want. 2 cents, that's the barrier to entry. If this is held, then we look for continuation upwards. Never mind this trend line. That's irrelevant. Right now, it's a very nice push up. Suggesting continuation, right? You have supports down here, but trading this thing right now, it's simply a flag breakout, right? So you can see money has come back in. Let's see 12-hour money. Yeah, so 12-hour money is still pretty red, right? The nice thing about this is that you have made a higher high, okay? So a return back down to this support area wouldn't be out of the question, in my opinion, with something this volatile, or you're looking for something like this, right? You're looking for this to come back and continue to make healthy price action to the upside. Jeet and Joker, happy late 2-year anniversary. You deserve everything coming your way, and congrats on the baby. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Joker. Baby, Amy with baby. And, we continue to show up for you guys as much as we possibly can, and that's what it's all about. It's a privilege to be on here and to try and help people. So flag breakout, right? This one's a little bit longer than the last, so that suggests a bit of weakness. So I would be looking for this SFP down below, right? Looking like it's getting a little bit of rejection off of this key area here. I would be looking for it to return back down to here before considering any sort of long. And if we are looking at where we would be targeting, I would be looking not only there, but I'd be looking, within these order within these fair value gaps down below on a higher term time frame. I don't necessarily think we'll come back to this 1.2 area, but I'd be looking for the SFP down below 14. So I'd be looking 13.5-ish. 0.134. Okay? You have some resistance here, and if you go back in here, you can see there is a little bit in here, around 1.8. But for now, looking like it's getting a nice little rejection, I would look for a return back down to this general area and continuation out. Which coin is the best? Which is the best coin to buy right now for the future? In future, please. Bitcoin. Because I can probably guarantee you 99% that Bitcoin will be here next cycle. Everything else, who knows? Who knows? Oh, man. Let's go over and take a look at AXL. AXL, then Arrow. Then we can take a look at BT, I think I've seen in there. AXL, never looked at this thing before. Looks like shit. Oh, pardon my French, but like, come on, man. It's made a higher high, right? So you got clear bullish divergence, right? Money coming back in, making a higher high. You're looking for the retest continuation. That's where you're looking to get long. Okay? Let's pull a swing low to swing high. So you're looking somewhere within here. That would be my ideal area for a bounce. And continuation. Nice little fair value gap, bottom of the fair value gap, return down to this area here. Market structure changed. However, you're still getting bear divs, right? If you want to tear it apart, you're still getting bear divs. So this could be the hopium liquidity grab of people going short here and then just continuation down, right? So your hopium is to hold this area here, value area low, and bounce and continue out, right? Managing, this would be more of a swing trade because something like this has been absolutely rocketed down, right? And you can target all the way back up to like this general area here. This is your barrier to entry, right? Of lower prices, right? As you can see here, support, broke through, retested, dropped, right? So anything like this, it's always risky, right? Always risky. You don't want to be over leveraged or overzealous on anything like this. You're playing with fire. It's pretty much gambling, right? Maybe a little bit higher probabilities than gambling, but could have that nice move, right? Could have that, that potential for that 3x, 4x, 5x gain, right? French Toaster is going to be upset. Oh, man. Is that the... Mark, who are you guys playing? Are you guys playing France? You guys... It's not England. England's playing... We got France, Spain, Netherlands, and England. Netherlands and France, right? You guys... I'm sorry, but I think France is doomed. France doesn't know how to put the ball in the net. So, however, Canada is facing Argentina tonight. So, Spain and France tonight. Are you sure? Is it France and Is it Spain and France tonight? So, is it England and the Netherlands then? Okay. Guys, I'm too worried about the Copa America, man. Canada's in the quarterfinals. I'm checking right now. Canada, Argentina, Spain, and France tonight. Yeah, you're right. You guys are always right. And then Netherlands and England. I think England's gonna get a good old slap. Ya wankas. Don't let Amy know. I didn't say that. She doesn't even like football. That's why I'm gonna marry her. Let's go over to Arrow. Arrow. Blockchain backer. We had our buy zone on Arrow. Nice bounce out of here. Okay, this white line's kind of the line in the sand that we typically talk about here. So we had that bounce. No structure change yet. But a little bit, a little bit of hopium. V-shaped recovery, little bounce here. Could possibly work. Reclaiming this area here. 66 cents. Reclaim of 66 cents. I'll consider it bullish, right? That would make a higher high, right, with a higher low, and that would be nice and bullish. But I want to see reclaim. So reclaim means flipping the resistance to support, right? And then we'll look for continuation. French toaster is lurking. You guys are in trouble. You never know who's listening. You always got to be careful. So Arrow, want to see established support above 66 cents, okay? Let's go over and take a look at what was the one requested there by, I think it was YY, BITI. Is it BITI or BITL? Is it L? BITI. Is that the ticker? I'm not getting no BITI. I'm not sure what you want me to look at here. It's an ETF. Trust. Okay. Canadian. Beta Pro? Is that the one? Beta Pro. Inverse head and shoulders, I saw you say, right? Or head and shoulders. Is this what you're looking at here? Interesting. Or are you looking at more like this? Go over here. Let's go. Mr. Whale, thoughts on Notcoin? So we went over Notcoin. It's made some good highs. Just want to see it continue to push. We gave some retracement levels as well. You can probably reverse or scroll back or reverse the video and go and take a look at what we were talking about on Notcoin. But yeah, Beta Pro, Bitcoin ETF. Really just lost support, right? So something like this, establishing that structure back to the upside, getting above, 6.92. That would be my first kind of line in the sand, just looking at this in general, okay? We'll take a look at Notcoin if you do want me to go back over those levels. Quickly here. So nice move up, retrace, right? Looking for this fair value gap to come get hit. We do have supports throughout as well. Okay, looking for these to hold. Nice move out though. Going over to Solana. Solana's bouncing. Solana's got a lot of strength going for it, right? So keep your eyes on the prize. What's running, right? Solana has failed to break out here. We want to see that continuation. Going back over to Bitcoin. Bitcoin stalling, right? Stalling, getting everybody trapped, either long or short. It'll probably wreck both, right? It'll probably go up and then come back down. That would be my guess right now, if we had to guess, right? But we don't want to guess. We want to put probabilities in our favor. So right now, no trade, just be patient, right? And that's enough out of me, guys. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys. Join us in the free Discord. Use the BloFin link down below. Market Cipher as well. Thank you guys. Everything is for free. I appreciate you guys' support. Much love to all you guys. Gang, gang, gang. Much love to you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye.
On the come up, better sit low. The product base.
Billy Goat Tales, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be there or be square.
On the come up, better sit low. The product base, better drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. Alexo, crypto, fit the party like a disco. Band bass like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. Alexo, crypto. Alexo, crypto. Alexo, crypto. Alexo, crypto. What you know about juice? Making the moves, data flow casual, breaking the news. Revenue proof, a building portfolios taking well over exceptional gain. I'm trapping this game, so participation ain't a hard knock. I put in the work so you got knowledge. You ain't drawing with luck when you following us. The result is a pants full of fat pockets. Bada bang, that's an outer game with an auto flame. But a lot of hate, get about the lane, ain't about the trade. Have another trade, get another play. They playing God so pretentious. Drapes in these waters forbidden. Well indeed, that's a felony. Don't look at me for the TRB. Have you heard of TRB? I don't know. On the come up, better sit low. The product base, better drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. Alexo, crypto, fit the party like a disco. Band bass like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. Alexo, crypto, on the come up, better sit low. The product base, better drip though. Pocket fat when the chips low. Alexo, crypto, fit the party like a disco. Band bass like my wallet, yo. Stay true to the digital. Alexo, crypto.